Hello, I'm Associate Professor Paul Vallelonga from the University of Copenhagen. I'd like to tell you about some of the results from the 2017 Windsled Traverse. The Windsled Traverse took place from May until June in 2017, travelling from southern Greenland up across the ice divide and ending in northeast Greenland at the EastGRIP Ice Core Drilling Camp. The EastGRIP Ice Core Drilling Camp opened in summer 2015 and has the purpose of drilling an ice core down to the bottom of the ice sheet at 2,500 meters approximately. The purpose of the drilling is to recover a climate record as well as to study the properties of the fast-flowing ice at this particular location. The Windsled arrived at EastGRIP on the 20th of June 2017, and we were very happy to receive the samples that were collected along the way, which were then transported back to Copenhagen for analysis. During the Windsled Traverse, Dr. Ross Edwards from the University of Madison, Wisconsin, collected scientific samples. Some of these were used at the University of Copenhagen to study accumulation and chemistry in the surface layers of the snow. The way that the samples were collected was by plunging a carbon fiber tube into the surface of the snow. The tube was 1 meter long, and in some locations 1 meter of snow was collected, but at further locations 2 meters of snow were collected. Here you can see an example of the results obtained from the samples that were collected during the Windsled Traverse. The data shows peroxide concentrations in the snow cores. In the south, at the bottom of the graph, there are samples that were collected from only the first meter of the snowpack, and at the top of the graph you can see two locations where 2 meters were collected, so from 2 1-meter tubes. The first thing you'll notice is that in the southern samples, which have more accumulation, the annual layers are thicker, and only the summer of 2016 is recorded. In the two samples from the north of Greenland, the accumulation is less, which means that more annual layers can be observed. The distance from each peak can be used to calculate how much snowpack occurred during that year, and so we can get an estimate of the accumulation for each year. It is important to measure the accumulation across Greenland so we know whether Greenland is losing or gaining mass in terms of the balance between the amount of snow that is falling in the center of Greenland and the amount of ice that is lost from the edges of the Greenland ice sheet. This image shows the surface velocity of the Greenland ice sheet, where the blue colors in the center indicate very little ice flow, and the red zones indicate fast ice flow at the outlet glaciers. We can combine the accumulation and chemistry results from the Windsled Traverse and use this to inform and understand climate models where we look at different spatial patterns. For example, here you can see different patterns of sea salts arriving at the start and the end of the Windsled Traverse locations, noted here as Windsled and EastGRIP. Thank you for your time and the very best wishes from Copenhagen.